And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, streaming live on YouTube and also at Mixlr.com. Tonight we're live from Voschel Gymnasium in Pittsfield on a downright cold winter night in a varsity-only contest as the 6-13 Pittsfield Sockies play host to the 17-5 Payson Seymour Indians. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Jack and John are alongside tonight as well. Glad you've joined us for high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports. One of the few games in the area being played tonight, this one here at Voschel Gym. And no JV contest, so we're set to tip off right at 6 o'clock. We'll talk more about the matchup on the pregame show. Also tell you what's going on the rest of this week in broadcast action and more right after this timeout.
Your local Pekin Life Insurance agent, Pat Vandevelde and Chris Dorsey of BMP Insurance Agency of Winchester and Pittsfield, has a way to make it easy to stay ahead of rising medical costs while you are retired with a Medicare Supplement insurance plan. You will have access to discounts on eye exams, eyeglasses, contact lenses, LASIK correction surgery, hearing aids, hearing exams, and more at no charge. Call your local Pekin Life Insurance Company agency, Pat Vandevelde and Chris Dorsey of BMP Insurance Agency of Winchester and Pittsfield at 217-742-9595. Not connected with or endorsed by the U.S. government or the federal Medicare program. The purpose of this communication is the solicitation of insurance. Respondents will be contacted by a Pekin Life Insurance Company agent.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters. First in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockies and the Payson Seymour Indians matching up in this regular season contest. Pittsfield's also slated to play a home game on Friday against Brown County in a game that will have a broadcast for you here on Central Illinois Sports. And then on Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they'll play at the KHQA Superfan Shootout at Quincy Notre Dame against La Salette Academy. And we will not have that broadcast for you on Saturday, but the Sockies will take on La Salette, who features a 6'11" junior, Mr. Nakumbo. So a tough matchup and a little bit more of a challenge for the Sockies there on Saturday in the post. Tonight, really not a ton of post players for this Payson Seymour squad, Jack, but as we've talked about every time we've had Payson Seymour this year, they featured three players who at any time could score 25 to 30 points.
Tale of two cities with the Indians, and that is Lucas Luce, along with Cole Swartz, and of course Tanner Kennedy, have got to be able to hit the shot outside to create some things for themselves on the inside. It doesn't necessarily help with Brink or Hildebrand. And Hildebrand can hit that three too, but the nights when they're ice cold from the three, they have really struggled. And we saw that against people like Porta, and apparently Camp Point Central kept them from being able to drive inside.
Yeah, they came off of that game last week, at the end of last week, and a loss to Camp Point Central, and could have big implications when it comes to the regional seedings with that game going the way it did for the Central Panthers. For the Sockies, we talked about in the game against Petersburg Porta, the Sockies played hard in that contest, and they were a little bit better on the defensive side. Offensively, still had 20-plus turnovers in the contest, and you're not going to win too many games. But if you're Pittsfield, you're not really a program that's happy with playing closer to people, and really it ended up being a 15-point loss. So it wasn't that close of a game. It's just really not where the standard has been set in this program.
It was a much different team, though, to see them play the other night. They acted like they had a little bit of, blood in their mouth, I guess is what some people would say. They came out and played aggressively, still made those mistakes, and honestly, if they could have had the turnover total that they had against Camp Point Central, which part of that was because of the pace of the game, and played the type of intensity they did, and then go out and make a few shots, they could be competitive with somebody. That game on Friday night against Brown County, I think, is a key matchup for both of them to see where they're heading. But tonight, this time of the year, we've seen Payson a few times where they just looked a little tired as they play a little bit more basketball through the summer and do some different things. I'll be anxious to see how they come out after that loss to Camp Point Central against a team that they probably think they ought to beat by 20.
The band playing here at Boschel Gymnasium. It's also the annual boy-girl dance at halftime for the Sockettes, so the fans will be out to see that tonight, even though the old mercury's not getting very high, and it's just going to keep going. I don't know, does your thermometer go to negative 15?
Yeah, it does.
Yours does?
Yeah, it when it gets down there in that bottom of that ball, it kind of pops, and you know it's negative 15
mine
or below. The interesting part of that is it's going to be that way, and like in Macomb and up north, they're talking 40 below wind chill factors. But yet on our FCA banquet on Sunday at 1:15 at the Heritage Room at WIU, 51 degrees and raining. Must be Illinois, huh?
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, wait till tomorrow. We'll talk more on the pregame shows. The Sockies and the Indians going head-to-head tonight. Back with you after this.
Rivers Bank is your hometown full-service bank that offers highly competitive products you need to check out. Located in Barry, Liberty, and Pittsfield, you won't have to go far for the best banking between the rivers. Whether you want to make your money grow or plant a seed for the future, we can help you find the best financial path. Look for us online or call 217-335-2393 to find out about our special rates that will keep you liquid in 2019. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At CASCOM, we're proud to provide the communication services you need to get the most from today's technology. Our people make it happen. We're part of your community, but we take pride in delivering excellent customer service. If you ever have a question, give us a call. We're here to help. CASCOM, connecting our community.
At Lanham Chiropractic, their mission is to ensure that they guide each patient to the possibility and enjoyment of a healthier you. Dr. Chris Lanham works together with each patient to identify the cause of the chiropractic issue and address it through chiropractic care, proper nutrition, and natural supplements, all while utilizing honest and trusting communication. If you're looking for a hands-on chiropractor who's proud to call this area home, call Dr. Chris Lanham at Lanham Chiropractic in Pittsfield at 217-285-6300. For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. As always, we invite you to subscribe to the YouTube page so you can get a notification every time we go live on the broadcast, like we are here tonight from Boschel Gymnasium as the Sockies play host to the Seymour Indians. The seating meetings for regionals happening here pretty soon. It's not even really a meeting anymore. It's really all done online. But for Payson Seymour, you take a look at who they're in with on the likes of Camp Point Central and Triopia, and you would assume that they would finish in about that second or third spot when it came to the seeding meetings. And it really at that point, Jack, it doesn't necessarily matter. The 2 and the 3 seed both end up going to the same place and will have to beat the other. Yeah, the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5, a lot of times they're immaterial, except now with that regional sectional complex, they could send the 5 a different direction. But a lot of times you'll see the 4 and the 5 in the same spot with the 1, and then you'll see the 6 and the 7 with the 2 and the 3. But, consistency is a little better than it was at one time, because there were times
they would send the 1 and the 3 together, and they haven't done that for a while, thank goodness.
Nope, haven't done that for quite a while now. The Jacksonville Bowl Super Sectional is what they'll feed into, and the Lewistown Sectional. And in that part of the subsectional, South Fulton, who's not very good, Southeastern, who doesn't have very many wins, Camp Point Central, Triopia, Greenview, who's down, Hartsburg, Emden, Liberty, Illini Central, who's got a nice team this year, and they're a host, Minden Unity, Brown County, Payson Seymour, Springfield Cavalry, and Springfield Lutheran. Springfield Cavalry also having a pretty good year, and I think Lutheran's got a winning record. So you would think Triopia, probably a pretty heavy favorite for the 1 seed in that. The 2 seed could be Cavalry. And then the 3 and 4 could be Payson Seymour and Camp Point Central, and Camp Point has the most recent win in that, so it'd be interesting to see how that matches up. On the other side, coming out of the top part of that matchup, Abington-Avon, who we saw at the Macomb tournament, kind of getting things rolling. They have a nice squad. Biggsville, Brimfield, Bushel, Prairie City, Delavan, Elmwood, Illini Bluffs, Lewiston, Spoon River Valley, Monmouth United, Peoria Christian, Peoria Heights, and West Prairie. And you say to yourself, well, where is Peoria Quest? Well, they're in 2A because they've won too much here recently, so they have been bumped up into 2A. And if you're also thinking to yourself, what about West Central? Well, they're going south. They'll either play in the Carrollton or New Berlin regional that feeds into the Okawville sectional. Western Carrollton, Franklin, which is now South County, Greenfield Northwestern, Griggsville, Perry, ISD, Route, New Berlin, Pawnee, Pleasant Hill, Raymond, Lincolnwood, North Green, and West Central in that part of the world. And then
did you say Calhoun?
It did not. I will here in a second.
Yeah,
they're on the other side with Brussels, Bunker Hill, Metro East Lutheran, Father McGivney, Calhoun, Lebanon, Lovejoy, Madison, Marissa, Mount Olive, New Athens, Oakville, Valmeyer, and Waterloo. Jabot, who finds themselves back in 1A basketball. If you're wondering where the Stockies are going to be playing in their regional, well, folks, I can put money on it for you right now that they'll be playing at home because they are a host of a regional this year that will feed into the UIS Super Sectional and the Riverton Sectional. The Stockies are a host along with Williamsville, and in their part of the subsectional, Athens, Auburn, Beardstown, Carlinville, Porta, Pittsfield, Pleasant Plains, Riverton, Rushville, North Mac, and then Williamsville, of course. And on the other side of things, Illini West, Eureka, Farmington, Havana, Knoxville, DMAC, Manitou, Midwest Central, Monmouth, Roseville, Peoria Quest, Tremont, and West Hancock, all feeding into the Riverton sectional. So the Stockies will be at home. We know Williamsville will host. Very likely that Pleasant Plains will be the 1 seed there, so likely that you'll see Pleasant Plains and probably a Porta coming this direction when it comes to postseason time. But still plenty of regular season action left, including this contest between the Stockies and the Payson Seymour Indians from Bolshoi Gymnasium. We'll have the national anthem here in just a moment as the band finishes up the school song here. Really for a 6 o'clock varsity start, a decent-sized crowd on hand here tonight at Bolshoi Gym, and Payson Seymour has brought a pretty good fan base as always, especially considering the fact of what the weather outside is like here tonight.
It's frightful.
Well, it's cold, that's for sure. It is definitely cold outside,
Throw
baby.
the blankets in your car just in case. That's what one of my pieces of advice is. And
well,
no school tomorrow.
Strangely, during the winter, it does get cold.
But we will have FCA tomorrow night at 8:30 at my house, and so I hope the kids can make it there.
All right, now let's go courtside as the Saki Anthem singers under the direction of James Felpash have our national anthem. I'll let everybody get in place here before Jack Hefner welcomes everyone here to Bolshoi Gym this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pittsfield High School. Tonight's game features the visiting Payson Seymour Indians and your hometown Stockies. At this time, would you please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag at the south end of the gym as our Stockies singers sing our national anthem.
For the ramparts we want
Another beautiful job by the anthem singers, and thank you, Charlie. And appreciate that. Well, it's time for basketball. The Payson Seymour Indians, they are 17-5. The Sockies are 6-13, and here's Charlie with your starting lineup.
Payson, Seymour, and Brian Ray, assisted by Cody Ash, Tim Southers, and Andy Wagner, will start the following tonight. At the guard, a 6-foot junior, Lucas Luce. At another guard, the 6'2 senior, Tanner Kennedy. And at the third guard is the 5'10 junior, Hayden Hildebrand. At a forward, will also step outside and really hit the three, the 6'2 junior, Cole Schwartz. And at the other four, the 6'3 senior, Garrett Brink. Brink, Schwartz, Hildebrand, Kennedy, and Luce for the Payson Seymour Indians. For the Pittsfield Sockies, Brad Tomei, their head coach, assisted by Todd Plattner, Bradley Wassel, Scott Bacon, and Jordan Kaufman are 6-13, and their lineup will look like this tonight. At a guard, a 5'10 senior, Jonathan Thomas. At another guard, the 5'10 senior, Jack Palmer. And the third guard, the 5'11 sophomore, Cade Tomhave. At a forward, a 6'2 senior, Isaac Shaw. And at the other forward, the 6'6 junior, Will Guthrie. Guthrie, Shaw, Tomhave, Palmer, and Thomas for the Pittsfield Sockies. Let's look at the starting lineups. We'll have play-by-play of this contest your way next.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
Finishing up the starting lineups here at Voschel Gym. We're just about ready to tip off this contest between the Sockies and the Seymour Indians. Payson Seymour in the visiting gray uniforms with the blue numbers and white trim. The Sockies are in the whites tonight with the red numbers and black trim.
Chandler Hayden is our Socky representative mascot, heading to where? Tennessee, is that right?
That's right.
I can use a little bit more headset here if I could get it.
Guthrie will jump in the center circle for the Sockies against, I would think, Cole Schwartz, is usually how Payson Seymour goes on the opening tip. Indians 17-5, coming up that loss to Camp Point Central in their most recent contest, so they're looking to get back on the winning ways. For the Sockies, they're doing the same as they fell to Porta here on Friday night. Referee Mr. Ginnebacher steps into the center circle. The whistle comes, and Isaac Shaw is standing on the center circle, so they got to make sure he's not there. Now we're ready to go. Referee steps in. The tip is up and controlled by the Indians. As Kennedy gets the ball, works to the left side of Lucas Luce. Luce out top to Kennedy. As the Indians on the attack for the first time tonight. Kennedy gets it back from Hildebrand. Near the sideline, it goes to Schwartz. Out top now, Luce. Luce with the shot fake. Works to the left side, Kennedy. Looking for the lob down low to Luce. Shot up no good. Rebound down to Guthrie, his first. The Sockies get the stop there. Although Shaw kind of had lost his man and recovered just enough at the last moment. Tomave has it into the front court for the Sockies. Looks to Palmer. Turns and shoots from the free throw line and gets it to go. A 2-0 advantage for Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 7:20 to play here in the first. Kennedy with it, takes it across on the pass to Hildebrand. Works it off on the right side. Palmer tips it out of bounds. It'll remain Payson Seymour basketball right in front of the Socky student section. That is pretty full here tonight. Nobody wanted to stay home and play outside, evidently. Luce will throw it in from that spot to Hildebrand. And he'll play the point on this trip down the court for the Indians. Right side, Schwartz with the basketball. Goes out top to Brink. Left wing to Luce. Luce down by the key, Kennedy. Kennedy will put it on the deck. Hand it back to Luce in the left wing. Draws Shaw on the man-to-man. Going to try to exploit that matchup. Ball is tipped and stolen away. First turnover of the contest by Payson Seymour. Guthrie with the ball to Tomhave. Looking to work it across the half-court line. Bounce pass goes to Shaw. Now to Guthrie. Sets up for three. Too hard. And the rebound pulled in by Luce for Payson Seymour, and he's fouled by Shaw.
Shaw will pick up the first foul of the ball game. His first, team first. It's all about position on that defensive board, offensive board. And he tried to do it from the side, and that'll get you in trouble every time.
Socky is a little three-quarter pressure here. against Payson Seymour. Into the front court, Hildebrand finds Schwartz, turned down the three, dishes in the corner instead to Hildebrand. Out top, Kennedy dribbles toward the left side, now reverses right side. Hildebrand for a three, it's good. Hayden Hildebrand has his first three of the contest, and the lead goes to Payson Seymour. 3-2 with 6:20 to play in the first. Thomas with the basketball across to Shaw. Shaw will pull it now back out front to Thomas. Palmer as will set up against the 1-2-2 zone of Payson Seymour in the half court. Palmer gets it out front. A couple of fast fakes, goes to Tom Abe, left side Guthrie. Baseline it goes to Shaw. Looks for an opening there, throws it out top to Palmer for a three. It's short. And on the rebound, coming away with it is Brink for the Indians. Off to Hildebrand, a 3-2 advantage and the basketball now for Payson Seymour. Kennedy, right side Brink, looked to the corner, and luckily he didn't just throw it there as nobody was home. Now Kennedy gets it between the circles to Luce. Left side Schwartz. Schwartz against Shaw, going to bounce it in the paint. Ball knocked away from behind by Thomas. That's because he bumped the man and is called for the foul.
Thomas will pick up the foul. His
friend drives by the man as he got in the air. Pull-up shot is no good as it bounced around. Rebound fought for. Tipped and pulled in by Luce. His shot fake is a good one. It's good on the putback, but he's fouled.
Start, no JV game tonight.
Tom Have and Guthrie look to help bring it up for the Sockies to Thomas. He overthrows Guthrie in the backcourt, and Brad Tomave is forced to call his first time out of the night. We'll take it to 5:19 to play in the first. 4-2 advantage for Payson Seymour. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Things compared to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly 4-2-8852.
5:19 to play in the first. 4-2 advantage for Payson Seymour. It'll be Saki ball out of bounds. Cooper Priest has checked in for the first time tonight, as has Griffin Van Winkle for the Sockies. Priest with it near the sideline. Patient, couple of ball fakes, gets it across to Guthrie. Guthrie left side, Van Winkle. He'll throw between the circles to Tom Habe, now Priest. Palmer and Guthrie, along with Tom Habe, stayed out there from the original starting lineup, so Shaw and Thomas took a chair. Left side, Guthrie, they get it free throw line. To Guthrie from Van Winkle out to Tom Habe for a deep three, and the bank is open late tonight as Tom Habe hits his first shot and makes it 5-4 Sockies. Lead changed the second of the contest. The bank's only stayed open this late on Fridays. 4:45 to play in the first. Brink with the basketball off of the dribble. Gets it into Kennedy. Kennedy left side Luce. Good look. Three ball on the way. Answer good from Luce. And makes it 7-5 Seymour high as Luce has four. With 4:30 to play in the first, back to that 2-point lead for Payson Seymour. Griffin Van Winkle with it in the backcourt to Palmer. Works it across to Priest. Back out near the half-court line, Palmer. Couple of men come his way. He'll work it to Priest on the wing left side. Fake the three, now into Tom Habe. Try to throw a pass down low. It's tipped, stolen away. Turnover against the Sockies there first. 4:10 to play in the first quarter. Luce with it, dribbles deep to the corner. Off to Schwartz. Out top Kennedy. Brink all the way around to Hildebrand. Back out front Kennedy. Has already taken the dribble, looking for Luce. Wide open three again, and it's good. Luce with back-to-back threes on wide open shots and makes it 10-5 Payson Seymour, their largest lead of the contest. Priest with it into the front court to Palmer. Palmer will put it on the deck now. Sockies trailing by 5, looking for an answer here. Van Winkle with the basketball. One dribble to Tom Habe, back out Palmer, left side Priest. Priest holds it on the corner, down on the baseline they go to Guthrie. Out top Van Winkle, looking right side of Tom Habe. He'll fire the three, it's too hard. Rebound is run down by Guthrie on the offensive glass. Throws it out front Palmer. Palmer will throw a pass that's tipped and stolen away. Turnover on the Sockies, their second. Loose into the front court finds Schwartz, and a blocking foul on Tom Habe.
Tom Habe got there just a half second late. His first, team fourth. Payson without a foul. 3:19 left first quarter. 10-5 in favor of Payson. The Sockies have had some openings like Guthrie on that turnover by Tom Habe. He's got to make the good pass.
Brink with the top of the key. Looking left side for Hildebrand. Bounces down on the block now to Luce. Backs his way in. Shot fake. He'll go up with the rim. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped around, and Palmer comes out of there with it for the Sockies. He'll push it into the front court. Coast to coast. Layup is up. No good. But he's fouled by Schwartz, and Palmer will shoot a pair.
Schwartz will pick up the foul. His first, team first. And rebound by Palmer was also his first. Jack might have had a guy open across the middle if he'd had a jump stop there, but instead he'll shoot free throws. First one up good by Palmer, and he'll get another. Jack's third point of the night makes it a 10-6 Payson lead. Guthrie sits down. Noah Petty in. The junior stands about 6'3". Brink will get out from inside, and Luce will take his place. Palmer's second one is up, and it rattles around and falls through.
Not an extremely deep bench for Payson Seymour. As you'll see Kerfman and Miller a little bit, but that's usually about as deep as they go most nights, sometimes Gilmore. 2:48 to play in the first, 10-7 advantage for the Seymour Indians. Kennedy with it, bounce pass Brink. Back out front to Kennedy, off the Brink screen. Tried to find him rolling. Nice defensive recovery by Petty to get a hand of the passing lane. Ball out of bounds. Dead ball allows Jonathan Thomas to check in, and Cade Tomhave takes a chair.
So does the kick have to be intentional now? Is that what that's all about?
That wasn't a kick. He got his hand on that.
Yep. Oh, I thought he kicked the ball.
That was his left paw that time. 2:35 to play in the first, 10-7 Payson Seymour. Down low with it. Schwartz tries to get the ball. Ball out of bounds. Nice job by Thomas to tip it off of him, and a turnover on Payson, their second of the night.
2:30 left first quarter, and the Saki's shoot to cut that three-point lead down to one or tie it with a tray.
Thomas and Palmer look to help bring it up to Van Winkle. Van Winkle gives it off to Thomas across to Priest. Priest with the basketball near the sideline left side to Petty out front. Bounce pass left side Palmer. Shot fake there. He'll dribble it out of the corner. Free throw line to Priest. Attacks. Try to throw a pass down low. Tip. Petty somehow gets it. He'll put up a shot. No good. But he's fouled and he'll shoot a pair.
Petty will go to the free throw line. He had the ball in his hand and held on to it. Kennedy picks up his first. Second team foul. Noah Petty to the free throw line. The Sakis are 2 for 2 from there. 2:08 left first quarter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. A 10-7 Payson lead. Petty a bit short on the first. He'll get another. Noah just looks like he's a little bit more comfortable each time he plays. And the big junior puts the second one up, and it's short, and the rebound Priest comes away with.
Right into his lap. He has the ball now on the baseline, makes a move, missed the shot, rebound out of bounds, last touch by Schwartz. It'll stay with the Sakis underneath. Here comes Shaw back into the game for Pittsfield. He will replace Petty. 2 minutes to play first quarter, 10-7 advantage for Payson Seymour on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Palmer to trigger it underneath. He'll inbound it to Shaw. Out front, Thomas looking left side to Palmer. Makes the three. Shaw, well, he got the man off of him. Out top, Priest. He and Brink were kind of tangled up, and then they weren't. Thomas with it. Right side to Cooper Priest. Looking down low, nothing going. Now to Thomas. Left side, Palmer. Baseline to Van Winkle. Turnaround shot from 8, no good. Rebound last touched by, I thought Shaw, but they'll give it to the Sakis underneath.
Shaw might have touched it. He might have also pushed off a little bit, but the break goes the way of Voschel. That's what's supposed to happen in the good old days. 1:38 left first quarter, and the Sakis have had it on this end for about 30 seconds.
Thomas out front to Van Winkle. Looks for an opening. Right side to Palmer. Threw it back to Van Winkle. Hood will cut to the basket. It's run down by Priest. Right side, Thomas. Holds it patiently with 1:22 to play in the first. 10-7 advantage for Payson Seymour. Now Hildebrand knocks the ball out of bounds. Tomhave and Guthrie return for the Sakis. They will replace Palmer and Van Winkle. On the other side, we see Kerfman and Miller into the game for the first time. Hildebrand and Brink head to the bench.
Palmer needs that shot or that ball fake to get that pass open.
1:17 to play in the first. Still 10-7 Payson Seymour. Tomhave with the basketball. Throws it between the circles to Shaw. Out front, Priest. Right side now to Thomas. Thomas looks for an opening, skips it over to Tomhave. Left side, Priest. Good look. Three is an air ball. And the rebound to Kerfman. His first. Kerfman will take it into the front court. Traveled and is called for it. Third turnover by Payson Seymour. Priest got a really good look, but my goodness, it was a long shot. He airballed it by 3 or 4 feet, and that's a shot he's got to knock down.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't used to shooting from the corner, but that's one of those things where you got to practice a lot.
Well, that's really one of Priest's better shots. 55 seconds to play in the first. That time it wasn't. And now an offensive foul going to be called as Shaw is going to be called for it.
He'll pick up his second turnover number, 3 on the Sakis, excuse me. And the 15 foul. Shaw will have to sit down. Palmer right back in.
51.8 seconds to play in the first quarter. Brad Tomei putting his case to John Walter. Said that he thought his man didn't have a chance to move there, and Walter said, well, he might have hooked it. Miller out top to Luce. One dribble. On the right side over to Schwartz. Between the circles, Kennedy. Payson Seymour doesn't mind being patient. They really like that backdoor lob, too, where they set the back screen from the free throw line. Harder to do that, though. The Sockies are in a zone. They're not, though. Now, here's an offensive foul if it's called, and it is.
Turnover number 4 on Payson. Luce is going to pick up his first foul of the ball game, third team foul. The Sockies will have it with 25.8 seconds left, and we're still at 10-7 on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Been that way for a while. Thomas to Tom Have, the Priest. Still yet to cross the half-court line. Now he does to Palmer. Palmer still has it on the wing, bodied up by Luce. Out to top the Priest. Has the man hit him from behind, and that's Miller, and Miller will be called for the foul.
Miller called for his first, fourth team foul. 10.6 seconds left first quarter. Central Illinois Sports on YouTube and Mixlar.com is where you hear the game.
Tom Have to inbound. He'll throw it into Palmer right near the half-court line. Double team coming his way. Palmer trying to dribble away from it. Free throw line, Guthrie gathers, shoots, won't get it to roll. Rebound on the play down to Luce. Luce will dribble the other way. He'll pull up from the half-court line. Runner-up is off the backboard, no good. And we've reached the end of one quarter where the Payson Seymour Indians hold a 10-7 lead over the Pittsfield Sockies. Back with second quarter play-by-play after this.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233, 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Bob Ray, Jesse Shootman, and new to their staff, Triope and Kansas State grad Emily Carls. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Payson has the 10-7 lead. They are 3 of 8, 37%, 3 of 5 from the arc, 60%, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 points for Luce. And on the other side, Palmer leads away with 4. Sockies are 2 of 9, 22%, 1 of 5 from the arc, and a lot of that's his bad shot selection.
We trail by 3, though. Priest with it on the wing right side. He'll work it out between the circles. Mata travel, gets it on the back door to Thomas, who slings it to the corner to Palmer. Had to get the ball to bounce the right way. Throws it back out front to Priest as the Indians have switched to a man-to-man defense. Top of the key, Tom Have. He'll work it between the circles to Guthrie. Left side over to Priest. Priest, Guthrie, Tom Have, Thomas, and Palmer. Here's Priest on a drive in. Runner up, no good. Rebound down to Schwartz for the Indians. Schwartz is out there along with Miller. Also a new man into the game for Payson Seymour. That is Riker Tripp with the 6'1 freshman. Kennedy, who pulls up for a shot in the lane, no good, and Luce is the 5th man for Payson Seymour.
Guthrie with the rebound.
How many, Jack?
Third.
All right, 7:05 to play in the half, 10-7. We have been stuck at that score for a very long time. Lob into Guthrie. He'll put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound tipped around.
The backboard.
And the rebound comes down to Schwartz. He'll push it into the front court for the Indians. Works it toward the corner, out of a double team to Miller. Miller skips it across to Luce. Extra pass to Kennedy in the corner for 3. Good. Nice ball movement by the Indians to find the open shooter and makes it a 13-7 6-point lead for Payson Seymour, their largest of the contest, on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 6:35 to play in the half. Tom Have, long pass to Thomas into the front court. He'll put it on the dribble in the corner. Works it back to Tom Have. Tom Have with Schwartz on him and the man-to-man pressure. Dribbles in, try to go through a double team. The ball comes free to Priest in the corner. He'll work it out front to Thomas. Now Palmer, 6:19 to play in the half. Sockies trailing by 6 here. Palmer will throw it left side now to Priest. Looks down low, nothing open. Out top instead to Tom Have with the big hand of Schwartz on him. Out to Guthrie for a tray. He'll step back and knock it down and makes it a 13-10 score. Guthrie's first 3 of the contest. 6 minutes to play in the half. Down to a 3-point game again. Schwartz going to try the answer. No, he fakes. Now he steps inside the arc. He is not going to find the mark there. And the rebound to Guthrie is 4th. Off to Palmer. Palmer with a between-the-leg dribble. Takes it toward the front court to Cooper Priest. 4-3. That shot is blocked. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Triplett. It'll remain Socky ball underneath. Here's Petty and Van Winkle. They replace Priest and Thomas for Pittsfield.
Priest just took too long to set up for the shot. He was wide open, but 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and gave the defensive guy a chance to get on him.
Inbounds pass to Tom Abe. Out front, Van Winkle looks down low, tried to throw it into Guthrie and turned it over as Luce got in the passing lane. Into the front court, Kennedy on the dribble. Kicks it in the corner right side to Schwartz. They run him off the three-point line, drives in. Nice shot as he got the good touch off the backboard, and Cole Schwartz has his first two, makes it 15-10 Payson with 5:22 to play in the first half. Tom Abe looks to bring it across against Miller. Miller plays hard on the defensive side. Now Tom Abe a little out of control, drives in, still got it to go. Showed some strength that time, and he's got 5. Makes it 15-12. Kennedy going to try to break his man off the dribble. Right side gets it to Schwartz. Takes a single bounce to Kennedy down low. Wants to post up against Tom Abe. Turnaround shot, fade away. Ooh, pretty one from Kennedy. 17-12. He's got 5 on the night. With 4:50 to play in the half, it's back to a 5-point Seymour high lead. Man-to-man pressure for Payson Seymour, so Palmer will let everybody clear out, brings it across, now passes it to Guthrie, down low to Petty, turns and faces against Luce, bumped a couple of times, shot up no good, rebound into Kennedy, his second. He'll turn and take it the other way himself, works it right side to Miller. Miller right back to Kennedy on a nice backdoor shot, no good, and the rebound to Palmer, his second. Wants to push as the Sockies have a little bit of an advantage. Now he has to pick it up, good defensive pressure by Miller to slow down the dribble. Palmer gets it back from Tom Abe. Left side, Van Winkle. 4:15 to play in the half. 17-12 advantage for the Seymour High Indians. Trash Queen, our scoreboard sponsor. 320-4320 for Trash Queen. They're going to be off for a little while, though, with the cold weather. Going to make sure everybody stays safe. Petty out top, Van Winkle. He's already used the dribble. Got to get rid of it. Close to 5, and then he dribbles again, and
they're going to call a foul.
Foul going to be called.
Wow.
Had he not dribbled already?
He had. Lucas Luce going to pick up his second, 15 foul. And right now, the freshman guarding Will Guthrie, and the Sockies need to identify that and go after Reichert before he sits on the bench, which he just did now. They did not get the ball to Guthrie when he had that mismatch.
Triplett sits down. Here's Noah Gay in for Pittsfield, replaces Tom Abe. Gay in for the first time tonight. 3:57 to play in the half. Van Winkle to inbound. He just needs to get it in. Gay had position, didn't throw it, and a turnover on the Sockies, their 5th.
Just waited way too long that time, and got to have the confidence to throw it in there. First time a guy's open, you got to get the ball in. 5 turnovers now on Pittsfield, 4 on Payson, 17-12. 5-point lead. Payson shoots for their biggest lead. They've led by as much as 6 with 3:50 left in the half.
Luce with the basketball. Palmer out pressuring him. Gets it right side to Hildebrand for a 3. No good. Rebound to Guthrie, his 5th. Outlet pass goes to Gay, who will bring it toward the front court for the Sockies. Works it near the sideline to Palmer. Spins out of that little mess. Rises, shoots, tried to bank it in. Rebound pulled in by Kennedy. Kennedy pushes it into the front court to Schwartz. Schwartz will drive in. Little floater off the glass is no good. Guthrie on their board is 6th. Works it out to Palmer. 3:23 to play in the half. 17-12. Payson Seymour with the advantage. Palmer with the basketball into the front court on the bounce against Hildebrand. Hildebrand will pressure him. Gets the ball to his hands. Now Guthrie tries to throw it down low to Petty. Overthrows him. Ball out of bounds. Turnover on the Sockies. They're 6th. And Brad Tom Abe wants a timeout. 3:11 to play in the half. 17-12. Payson Seymour on top of Pittsfield. Back after this timeout.
Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
3:11 to play in the half here. 17-12 is the advantage for Payson Seymour on top of the Pittsfield Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. That's right, due to that cold weather, no pickup tomorrow for Trash Queen. Going to move everything back a day, and probably a good decision.
Nice win by the Lady Sockies over a very good Camp Point Central Southeastern girls team last night. And a lot of tournaments having trouble getting wrapped up, like the Beardstown tournament where Triope and Calhoun wait to play each other. And I don't think the Pittsfield, Griggsville Perry, Pleasant Hill girls have ever played North Green for 3rd and 4th place yet, have they?
From the North Green tournament, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Here it's a 17-12 lead for Payson Seymour, and they've got the basketball as Hildebrand brings it into the front court. Gets it out top to Luce. Luce looks for an opening. Free throw line. Tried to get it into Brink. Knocked away by Petty. Right side deep on the wing is Schwartz. Left side to Luce. Another wide open 3 attempt. This time he's off the mark, and Guthrie's got another board. 7 rebounds now for Will Guthrie. Off to Palmer. Palmer will work it to Gay. Gay will take it across the half-court line on the dribble. Drives in, leaves it behind, and turned it over. Turnover number 7 on the Sockies. As Kennedy has the steal. He'll bring it into the front court, pulls up from the free throw line, and it's good again by Kennedy.
7 for him and 7 for Luce.
He can just score in so many ways, can Tanner Kennedy, and he's extended the Payson Seymour lead out to 7, largest of the night with 2:22 to play in the half. Palmer with the basketball, works it across the half-court line to Gay. Gay looks for an opening, looks down low. There's Van Winkle, who rises and shoots, gets it to go, and one opportunity for Van Winkle. Almost waited too long and almost got a shot blocked, but instead was able to go around the man and Luce and pick up his second foul.
I got him for 3, but they just say 2.
Yeah, just a second.
Well, I'll be darned.
No, they say 3 on the board.
That's his third.
Wow.
I was pretty sure it was. He'll sit down, and he's kind of the meat and taters of this team. Gay sits down. On the other side, JT, Jonathan Thomas comes in. Van Winkle with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. 19-14 Payson. 2:13 left in the half, and Thomas is too long with it, and the rebound comes off to Kennedy, his fourth.
Van Winkle on the miss. Ball into the front court. Schwartz works it right side to Kennedy. Dribble drive inside, gets to the rim. His shot's no good, but he'll shoot a pair. As he got to that left side, he likes to go there, does the left-hander, and he's fouled this time by
Tom Have.
Tom Have?
That's what he called.
Yep, Tom Have will pick up his second. That'll be the 6th team foul.
I'd probably bet you a solid $5 bill that was on Jonathan Thomas.
You owe me. First one up by Kennedy is good, and he's got 8, leads all scorers.
No, I said I would have. That's past tense.
Makes it a 2014 game. Those are the bets I like. He'll get another. It rolls around and falls through, and Kennedy has 9 now.
Lead out to 7 again. 2:05 to play in the half. Inbounds pass to Van Winkle. He'll throw it across the top of the defense to Palmer. It's just a man-to-man, so Palmer lets everybody clear out. With Miller on him. Dribbles it out front. Now picks it up, gets it to Tom Have. 1:50 to play in the half. 21-14 advantage for Payson Seymour. Lob down low to Guthrie. He'll score there on the lob over the top with no help side. Guthrie's got 5 and makes it 21-16 on the Trash Queen scoreboard with 1:37 to play in the half. Miller penetrates, works it out to Schwartz. Out top Kennedy. Extra pass left side Hildebrand. Drives in, bounces into Brink. Pass was too low and turned over. Turnover number 5. Palmer and Tom Have bring it up for the Sockies with a chance to cut it closer with 1:20 to play in the half. Tom Have drove, tried to kick it to the wing. Ball tipped out of bounds. Nice defensive hand in the lane that time by Hildebrand.
Kerfman in. Brink sits down. Tom Have could have went strong to the bucket again, and that might be what he needs to do to try to draw the foul.
Brink caught a tough pass the last time around. Hit him in the shins. Here's a lob in. Now they try to lob over the top of Kennedy. It'll stay with the Sockies, and Guthrie's saying lob it up a little bit more.
Get it up there. He said, I'm 6'5" or so, and I got long arms.
Palmer to trigger for the Sockies. Fakes, gets it into Guthrie. He'll put up a shot. Good. And Guthrie's got 7. Makes it a 3-point game. 21-18, 1:13 to play in this first half.
Guthrie got his whoosh.
And the Sockies going to stop here. Hildebrand with the right wing. Dribbles it out of the corner. Out top the Kennedy for a tray, and it's good. You got to get a hand in his face. Kennedy
got 12.
Has half of his team's points. 12 of their 24, and it's a 24-18 advantage with under a minute to play in the half. Tom Have into the front court. Shovels it off to Palmer. Now right side Van Winkle. Van Winkle will dribble it out front. Looks back door to Thomas. Thomas traveled, no call as he lost the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hildebrand. It'll stay with Pittsfield underneath.
Jonathan just got himself down underneath and panicked a little bit, but he caught a break on the tip by Payson.
Well, he would have traveled, but he lost the ball.
Yeah, 41.8 seconds left in the quarter, and here comes Priest in. Thomas will sit down. So now you've got a little more size and another outside shooter. Your Priest will just get the butterflies out.
Tough spot to inbound the ball from here, way in the corner. Palmer looks to inbound. Will throw it way out front to Van Winkle. 40 seconds to play in the half. 24-18, Payson Seymour at the advantage. Pittsfield has the basketball. Out near the half-court center circle is Palmer. Looks to the bench for the play call here, but 30 seconds to play in the half. Calling that closely guarded with Kerfman out on him. Now Palmer has picked it up, needs some help. Tom Have comes to save the day. Right back to Palmer with 22 seconds to play. Kerfman with the arm on him, usually a foul. Left side over to Van Winkle. Little give and go back to Priest, who fumbled it. Gets it into Guthrie, Tom Habe, Van Winkle trying to throw it down low on the extra pass and turned it over. Into the front court with it is Kennedy with 7 seconds. He's still got the ball in his hands. Ball to Hildebrand. Back to Kennedy from the volleyball line. Fakes, puts it up. The shot on the way, no good. At the buzzer, and we've reached halftime where the Payson Seymour Indians hold a 24-18 advantage over the Pittsfield Sockies. We'll take a look at halftime stats and analysis. That comes your way after this.
Fresh Yours On You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours On You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031. At Country Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Welcome back on the broadcast at halftime tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Halftime brought to you by Pike County Real Estate. You're looking for a home to buy or sell? Give them a call at Pike County Real Estate. Our Trash Queen scoreboard, 24-18 in favor of Payson Seymour. They led 10-7 after one quarter, and they got the lead 14-11 in the second quarter and lead by 6. They've led by as much as 7 2 times in the ball game. Payson's turned it over 4 times, and the Sockies 8 times in the first half. Isaac Shaw with 2 fouls, 1 on Will Guthrie, 2 on Cade Tomhave, and a single foul on Jonathan Thomas. On the other side, Robert Miller has a foul, 3 on Lucas Luce, and 1 on Cole Swartz. 24-18 at halftime. Individual stats, shooting percentages, and more come your way after this.
At the First National Bank of Beardstown, you come first. We're dedicated to helping you in any way we can with a full line of financial products delivered by caring, experienced professionals. With locations in Beardstown, Murrayville, and Winchester, we're here to serve the region with your banking needs. Contact our Winchester location at 217-742-3134 or visit us online at bankingyoufirst.com. The First National Bank of Beardstown, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate.
It's the new year and time for a new you. You deserve better. How about treating yourself to a better way of life? Something more reliable, something faster, like the high-speed internet service from Cascom. Call and ask about our specials today at 1-800-252-1799. Another great way to save is to bundle your services. Add a home phone for the family or a local TV with our Broad Vision cable services. Call and bundle all three today at 800-252-1799.
Payson Seymour leads Pittsfield 24-18 here at halftime. And the boy-girl dance going on at the gym tonight, the Sockets and their friends. Payson, 8 of 20 from the field, 40%, 5 of 10 from the arc, 50%. That's right, they're shooting better from 3 than they are from 2, and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Sockies, 7 of 19, 31.8%, 2 of 7 from the arc, 21.6%, and 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Leading the way for Pittsfield, Kay Tomei with 5, Jack Palmer with 4, 2 points for Griffin Van Winkle, and 7 for Will Guthrie to go along with 6 rebounds. On the other side, Tanner Kennedy in the second quarter turned it on. He's got 12 points, 7 for Lucas Luce, playing with 3 fouls. Hayden Hildebrand with a 3, Cole Swartz with a 2, and that's the points for Payson. They lead at 24-16 at halftime. More comes your way on the halftime show on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube. More comes your way after this.
Local Pekin Life Insurance agent Pat Vandevelde and Chris Dorsey of BMP Insurance Agency of Winchester and Pittsfield has a way to make it easy to stay ahead of rising medical costs while you are retired with a Medicare Supplement insurance plan. You will have access to discounts on eye exams, eyeglasses, contact lenses, LASIK correction surgery, hearing aids, hearing exams, and more at no charge. Call your local Pekin Life Insurance Company agency, Pat Vandevelde and Chris Dorsey of the BMP Insurance Agency of Winchester and Pittsfield at 217-742-9595. Not connected with or endorsed by the U.S. government or the federal Medicare program. The purpose of this communication is the solicitation of insurance. Respondents will be contacted by a Pekin Life Insurance Company agent.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters. First in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
At Lanham Chiropractic, their mission is to ensure that they guide each patient to the possibility and enjoyment of a healthier you. Dr. Chris Lanham works together with each patient to identify the cause of the chiropractic issue and address it through chiropractic care, proper nutrition, and natural supplements, all while utilizing honest and trusting communication. If you're looking for a hands-on chiropractor who's proud to call this area home, call Dr. Chris Lanham at Lanham Chiropractic in Pittsfield at 217-285-6300.
24-18, the halftime advantage for Payson Seymour on top of the Pittsfield Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The Sockies hung within 7 points in the first half of play, and really if they'd cut down on a couple of turnovers right around the rim, they might have had a chance to be a little bit closer even in this contest. For Payson Seymour, not one of their cleanest games we've seen them play either, but shooting it well from the arc, which has been a struggle at different times throughout the season. A final break here on the halftime show. We'll have play-by-play and second half action as Pittsfield and Payson Seymour. Right now, the Indians on top 24-18. Back with you after this.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards.
Are you searching for a bank that's a slam dunk? Get into the game today at Great Rivers Bank in Barry, Liberty, and Pittsfield for products with great rates and folks you will love having on your team. Find us online at greatriversbank.bank or call 217-335-2393 for all the details. Make your deposit today. It's as easy as that layup the tall kid just made. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
At Cascom, we're proud to provide the communication services you need to get the most from today's technology. Our people make it happen. We're part of your community, and we take pride in delivering excellent customer service. If you ever have a question, give us a call. We're here to help. Cascom, connecting our community.
Well, we're just about ready to start the second half of play as the Sockies and the Indians both finishing up some warm-up shots here. We do remind you our next broadcast is Friday evening here from Boschel Gym as the Sockies play host to the Brown County Hornets. We're pretty sure that the Arctic weather will be gone by that point in time, and it'll be a little bit warmer, so we'll have the broadcast for you here. And then the Sockies will also play on Saturday in a contest at Quincy Notre Dame in the Cage Squid Shootout at 2 o'clock in the game that we will not have for you on the broadcast. Still left this season for Pittsfield. They've got Calhoun, Liberty, Western still on the schedule. Beardstown still on there. So some tough contests coming up for Pittsfield. And hey, right in this one here at halftime. What can they do to try to make things swing a little bit closer their way? And if you're Payson Seymour, this first possession, you'd like to come out, run a little clock, get a good shot, and see if you can't begin to extend this lead and move toward your 18th win of the season. The Sockies will have Tom Have, Thomas, Palmer, Shaw, and Guthrie on the other side for the Indians. They start with Miller, Hildebrand, Kennedy, Brink, and Schwartz, so no Loose as he has those 3 fouls. Ready to start the second half as the Indians have the basketball, and Robert Miller will play the point. Works it to Schwartz. Gets the screen from Hildebrand. Out front with it is Schwartz. Ball was knocked away by Jonathan Thomas. It'll remain with the Indians on the sideline here.
Thomas showing some good quickness there.
Miller with the basketball. Right side to Schwartz. Schwartz will get the screen from Hildebrand. They're trying to run that same set again. Now into Brink. Brink will work it left side to Kennedy. Had a really nice first half. Kennedy's picked it up after one bounce. Out to Schwartz between the circles to Miller. Miller will find Kennedy. Guthrie trying to get around the screen to get a hand in his face. Works it back out to Schwartz. Out front with it is Hildebrand. Over to Kennedy to Schwartz, top of the key. Fakes the 3. He'll put it on the deck. Now dish it off on the right side to Miller. Out front Kennedy. Kennedy will dish it off into an open man in Brink, who had cut free to the basket. And the lead is 8 for Payson Seymour, their largest of the night. 26-18 with 7:13 to play in the third. Shaw with the basketball into the front court for the Sockies, finds Tom Hay. Patient with it as he surveys the defense, drives in, ball knocked loose, and going to be stolen away. Schwartz into the front court, Hildebrand. Back to Schwartz, whose runner is good, and he's fouled.
Schwartz on the points after the turnover, his 4th of the night. 6:58 left in the quarter. And a 26-18 lead, make it 28-18 now. A 10-point lead. And Schwartz will get the and one. Foul that time was on Thomas. And the biggest lead is extended with the free throw by Schwartz. He's got 5.
29-18, out to an 11-point advantage with 6:55 to play here in the third. Palmer with it, throws a pass that Hildebrand tips out of bounds. It'll stay with the Sockies, but got to do a better job of taking care of it here. And Payson Seymour having things their way to start this third quarter.
That single dribble will get you in trouble a lot on slowing the pass now.
Into the front court with it is Palmer. Now tries the drive in, dishes in the corner to Guthrie. Guthrie will get it out of that spot, works it out front to Tom Have. Tom Have hit 1-3 in the first half. Finds Shaw on the right side. Looks down low now, instead throws a pass that's nearly stolen away by Hildebrand, but Thomas will recover it. He'll work a skip pass over to Tom Have. Ball kept alive to Palmer. Right back to Tom Have. 6:22 to play in the third. Tom Habe splits the double team, drives inside, shot up no good, but draws the foul on Schwartz, and Tom Habe will shoot a pair.
Schwartz will pick up his second. First team foul the second half. Tom Habe to the free throw line. For the Sockies are 2 of 5. They trail by 11. Their biggest deficit of the night and the Trash Queen scoreboard. 6:19 left third quarter. And they are now up to 9 turnovers on the night. Tom Habe's first is good. And Tom Habe, the sophomore, with 6 points now. Makes it a 10-point game, 29-19. Tom Habe will get another. Second one is up, and nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 7.
29-20, 6:17 to play in the third. Into the front court with it is Brink. Out of the double team to Kennedy. Kennedy puts it on the deck. Left side finds Schwartz. Schwartz with a shot fake. Now to Kennedy in the corner. Kennedy will work it back out on the wing. Out front to Hildebrand. So then a man-to-man. They find Schwartz left side. Good look. 3-ball is short. But the long rebound comes out to Hildebrand. Off to Kennedy. Kennedy splits the double team. Down low to Schwartz. No look pass to Hildebrand. Out front Miller, who might have traveled. He'll work it over to Brink. Now in the corner to Kennedy. Wide open 3. No good. Guthrie with another board is 8th. There's a pass that's tipped and stolen away by Schwartz, who will then throw it back away for the Indians. Into the front court, Shaw finds Thomas, who's wide open for a layup. It's good. And makes it 29-22. A little topsy-turvy there, and the Sockies have cut it to a 7-point game. 5:28 to play in the third. Kennedy from the corner right side. Drives the lane, little runner up, no good. Rebound tipped, and Thomas has it to Palmer. Ball swiped away from behind by Schwartz, as the Sockies will turn it over for the 11th time. Hildebrand to Kennedy. Now top Schwartz. He'll try the little stutter dribble. Leaves it off in the corner to Hildebrand. Thomas playing really well on the defensive side. In the corner to Schwartz. Drives baseline. Throws it all the way across to Brink. Out top Kennedy. Off the Brink screen. Going to try the dribble drive. Bumped by Shaw. Now to Miller. Down low. Ball is nearly stolen away by Guthrie, but he couldn't control. So it will be Indians ball underneath.
Second time they found Brink wide open, but that time Guthrie's hands just about got the steal.
Well, nothing against Brink, but not a guy that you necessarily key on defensively, but you don't want to leave him wide open. Now here's Schwartz, who's going to pull up for a 3 off the dribble. It's good. And the lead extended back out to 10 for Payson Seymour. 8 for Schwartz. 4:44 to play in the third. 32-22 Indians on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Tom Habe with it. He'll take it across on the dribble. In a tough spot, works out of the double team to Palmer. He'll attack. Now right side, Guthrie for a 3 from the corner is an air ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Brink. It'll stay with Pittsfield underneath. Thomas sits down. Priest in for the Sockies.
Thomas might have been their best defensive guy to start the second half.
4:30 to play in the third. Pittsfield down by 10. Palmer to inbound to Tom Habe. Shot up no good. Rebound on the play down to Schwartz. He'll push it into the front court. Stolen away from behind. No, Schwartz gets it back to Miller. Out front, Kennedy. Right side to Hildebrand. He'll put it on the deck. Now pull it back out on the arc to Kennedy for a 3. No good. Rebound. Brink is over the back, and he'll be called for it.
Yep, it took a while, but Brink finally was called for the foul. His first, team's second of the second half. One on the Sockies, 4:11 left third quarter. The Sockies need to put offense and defense together to get back in this game.
Inbounds pass to Shaw. He'll work it to Palmer. Palmer will let everybody clear out, and he'll look to bring it up against the pressure of Robert Miller. Palmer across the half-court line, bounces off to Shaw. Shaw puts both mitts on it, look back door to Guthrie and overthrows him, but they'll say that ball was tipped, and it will stay with the Sockies underneath.
Guthrie needed to be looking for that ball. Shaw kind of put it in a place where if Guthrie kept going, it was like a lead pass in football. Luce comes into the ball game. He'll set Miller down. Nope, he will set
Brink
down instead.
And they will warn the Payson bench now, so the next time it'll be a technical. Inbounds pass comes to Guthrie. Missed the shot. Put back no good, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Guthrie picks up his 9th board of the night. And he will shoot a pair of free throws. The foul will go on Payson. And that's on Kennedy, I do believe. His second, team third. Guthrie, who's got 7 points, puts the first one up, and it rattles around and falls through. Makes it a 32-23 ball game with 3:55 left third quarter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Second one up by Guthrie is short, and the rebound comes off to Hildebrand, his third.
He'll sprint into the front court. Ball stolen away by Palmer from behind. Gets it to Tom Habe. Right back to Palmer. Saki's on the attack. 3:44 to play in the third. Down 32-23. Tomhave to Palmer. Palmer will drive to the free throw line. Left side, Guthrie. Open look, 3-ball, too hard. Rebound, Shaw on the offensive board. He'll kick it out to Priest, right side. 3-point shot is blocked. And the rebound down to Kennedy for the Indians. Kennedy into the front court with the bounce. Works left side. Schwartz for 3. Good. From downtown is Cole Schwartz, and a timeout taken by Payson Seymour. We'll pause as well. 3:20 to play in the third. 35-23. Indians up by a dozen. Back with you after this.
The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
3:20 left third quarter. Payson with a 12-point lead. Saki's had the basketball after Payson calls the timeout. And the Saki's can run the baseline as they'll face full court pressure.
Tomhave will look to bring it up against Schwartz. Dribbles it across the half-court line as he turns his back to the basket. Dribbles toward the right wing, now has picked it up. Looking for some help, finds Guthrie in the corner right side. Looking down low to Shaw, and the lob over the top. Shot fake, now he'll put it on the dribble. Tried to throw it back out, and turned it over.
Just need to take it up. 12th turnover in the Saki's, third in the second half. Shaw was on the left-hand side, which is usually his money side. He's the biggest guy under there. Isaac can make that happen if he just goes up.
3 minutes to play in the third. 35-23 advantage for Payson Seymour. Their largest lead, looking to add to it on this attack. Miller to Triplett, now to Luce. Luce will take it on a single bounce out front to Kennedy. Between the circles, Miller. 2:40 to play in the third. 35-23 Indians on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Backdoor pass, Kennedy. Schwartz on the nice find, and Kennedy finishes with the left hand. Makes it 37-23 with 2:30 to play in the third. Tomhave the other way for the Saki's. Hands it off to Guthrie. Guthrie will put it on the deck one time to Priest. Right back to Guthrie. On the wing it goes to Tomhave. Looking down low. Nothing open. Out front to Palmer for an open 3. He missed it. And the rebound again to Kennedy. He's got a handful of boards now?
6.
A handful plus a thumb. Schwartz left side. He's feeling it from downtown. It's no sir this time. Rebound on the offensive side to Kennedy, and he's fouled by Palmer.
Palmer will pick up his first team foul, maybe second in the second half. Might have missed one there. Noah Petty comes into the game along with Van Winkle. Guthrie sits down, as does Shaw. So the 2 biggest guys for the Saki's both take a chair.
Kennedy to inbound, looking for Schwartz. Schwartz had trouble with the catch. Rises, shoots, still gets it to go. And will shoot the extra one here.
He's got 13, looking for 14. Van Winkle picks up the foul. Schwartz just skied up over everybody. First on Van Winkle, and the third on the Saki's, the and one for Schwartz, and now the Saki's face a 16-point deficit with 2 minutes left in the quarter, and make it 17 as Schwartz makes his 14th point, ties Kennedy for the point lead.
40-23, 1:55 to play in the third.
16-point quarter for Payson.
Palmer with the ball, in some trouble in the backcourt. They'll call it a jump ball. Will remain with the Saki's right at the half-court line as Miller with a good defensive pressure.
16-5 quarter, in fact.
Here comes Gilmore into the game. He will replace Luce.
The thing is, if Palmer rips that ball away, he keeps the possession for the Saki's and still gets it to somebody.
Inbounds pass comes in to Palmer. 1:49 to play in the third. He'll work it across. On the corner, it goes to Van Winkle. Looking back door to Tomhave. How did it get in there? Shot no good, but he's fouled by Gilmore, and Tomhave to shoot too. Van Winkle threaded the needle that time.
Gilmore picks up the foul, his first, team fourth. Tom Hayes to the free throw line. Sakis are 5 for 10 from there, I do believe. 5 for 8, my mistake. 1:40 left in the quarter, 40-23. Tom Hayes' first is good. And Cade's now got 8 points in the night, 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Here is Logan Sparks into the game. Sparks is a 5'11" sophomore for Payson Seymour as Miller takes a chair.
40-24. Tom Hayes' second is up and also good. He's got 9.
40-25 with 1:38 to play here in the third. Triplett with the ball out to Kennedy. Now finds Schwartz. Schwartz will go back to Triplett out front. On the right side to Kennedy. Turns and faces to Schwartz, top of the key. Fakes, now drives in against Petty. And is fouled as Tom Hayes stepped in too late to help, and he'll be whistled for the foul.
Tom Hayes will pick up the foul. That will be his third. Actually, that time Cole may have gotten by with steps. That was a long hop.
Inbounds pass tipped by Tom Hayes. Dives after.
Good hustle.
But they could not grab it, and it'll be Payson ball out of bounds.
That's the kind of aggressiveness we saw against Porter the other night.
1:23 to play in the third. Inbounds pass to Schwartz. Right back to the inbounder in Kennedy. He's trying to go up against Tom Hayes. Got to get out of the lane to Triplett. Or Kennedy out top Schwartz. Extra pass to Sparks on the baseline. Triplett to Schwartz. Ooh, he gave up an open three that time instead to get it to Kennedy. Who has Tom Hayes on him. You would think they'd want to try to get Tom Hayes to pick up his fourth foul here with 1:03 to play in the third. Instead, they'll throw it back out front to Sparks. Over to Schwartz on the left wing. Out front to Kennedy. Under a minute to play in the third. 40-25 the advantage for Payson Seymour on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Now Sparks has it knocked away by Van Winkle. It'll be Payson Seymour balls. We'll say Van Winkle got a hand on it last.
When you have a 15-point lead and you've got an open three and you don't take it, you understand the game. A minute left in the quarter and you want to maintain that lead more.
Yeah, but if you're Cole Schwartz as hot as he's been in this quarter, you shoot it, I think. Kennedy to Schwartz right side. 40 seconds to play in the third. Drives to the baseline and is fouled by Petty.
Petty will give him a little shove. His first 15 foul. It was a pass. 37.6 seconds left in the quarter. Shaw will check in. Petty will sit down after giving Isaac some rest. 37.6 seconds left, but it could have been a 10-point game instead of 15 if you missed that. That's the key.
Gilmore with the ball. Right side, Kennedy. 30 ticks to play in the third. Out to Sparks. To Triplett on the wing. Out front to Schwartz. Bounce pass on the right side of Kennedy. To Schwartz behind the arc. He'll work it in the corner to Triplett. Ball down low to Kennedy. He puts up a shot, no good. Rebound tipped out to Gilmore. To Kennedy on the baseline as the Indians get another attempt here with 13 seconds to play in the third. Schwartz will get it with 10. Left side, Kennedy. A little pick and roll action here. Schwartz gets an open three and he buries it.
You mean that one?
An open tray there, 43-25, and the Sakis will have no clue how much time's left in the third quarter as Van Winkle just stopped and stood with the ball in his hands, and it's 43-25, Payson Seymour after 3 quarters. Back with fourth quarter play-by-play after this.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. It's a 43-25 advantage for the Payson Seymour Indians on top of the Pittsfield Sakis. Payson will get the ball to start the fourth quarter, and Jack's got to look at shooting percentages.
Sakis are 8 of 26, 30%, 18% from the three, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Payson is 15 of 32, 46.9%. They continue to improve. 8 of 16 from three, 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. You make 8 threes in the night, you're doing something right. Schwartz has got 17, Tanner Kennedy with 14, 32 of their 43 points. Payson with the basketball, Hildebrand with it as we start the fourth quarter.
He'll work it to Schwartz, out top to Luce. Luce in the wing goes to Hildebrand. He'll put it on the deck here, work off the screen from Brink. Right side is Schwartz. How many points does Schwartz have at the half?
2.
Yeah, he had a big quarter.
15 in the quarter.
And he can do that.
Of his team's 19.
Loose down to Hildebrand. 7:33 to play. 43-25 advantage for the Seymour High Indians. Loose with it, right wing, goes out front to Brink. Now on the left side of things to Hildebrand. Still play a little pitch and catch and then lull you to sleep for a backdoor opportunity. Lucas Loose out near the half-court line to Brink. Over to Kennedy. Tom Abe comes to body up on him. Now Hildebrand with the basketball. On the bounce is tripped up by Shaw.
Shaw will pick up the foul. That'll be Isaac's third, 16 foul. And you know what you're seeing here? That's what Pittsfield's offense has done for years. Keep that rotation, get that back door. Payson and Brian Ray, when he was a young coach, watched this offense and kind of went with it. Now his defense, the zone, is a bit different than anything the Sockies have ever done.
Kennedy with the ball out front to Schwartz. Looks on the dribble drive, kicks it back out, Loose runs it down on the wing. Under 7 to play here in the contest, 43-25 Indians. Schwartz with it, dribble drive, down low to Kennedy, who completes it at the rim with 2.
He's got 16.
And the lead is 20, 45-25 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Sockies have Palmer with the ball in his hands into the front court. He'll work it out front to Guthrie. Guthrie to Palmer on the wing right side, turns down the 3. Instead of work it out front to Guthrie. Over to Priest, now left side Thomas, 6:30 to play. Thomas will work it out front to Palmer. To Shaw, turns and faces there. He'll run the handoff to Guthrie. Right side Palmer gets his feet under him. 3-point shot on the way, no good. And the rebound out to Schwartz on the long miss there. His 5th board. Schwartz will take it into the front court against Palmer. Double team comes his way and a foul going to be called on Palmer.
Palmer's second, 7th team foul. Bonus situation for Payson for the final 6:09. Payson just came out in the second half and made some adjustments, and they've just picked the defense of the Sockies apart. 5 of 6 from the free throw line is Payson.
What helps when you got a guy like Schwartz, too, that can make some shots, huh?
Well, it certainly does, but
he scored 15
rotation,
and 19 in the third.
How many rotations and layups have the Sockies given up in the third quarter? He makes the first, makes it 46-25, makes it 47-25, and he's got 19, and he's 3 for 3 at the free throw line.
6:05 to play, 47-25 Payson Seymour. Palmer with the basketball out near the half-court line, works it left side over to Guthrie. Guthrie out front finds Priest. Top of the key to Shaw. Shaw will give it off to Jonathan Thomas. Now right side Priest. Priest with a little hesitation move, drives in, kicks it back out, ball tipped out of bounds by Schwartz.
The last 6 passes the Sockies have made, the man's had to catch it behind him. They're not moving towards the basket. Part of that's Payson's defense.
Thomas will inbound here into Palmer. Over to Priest, who's wide open for 3, and it's no good. Rebound down to Loose. Off to Hildebrand into the front court. Dribbles toward the corner. He'll work it back out to Kennedy. Kennedy skips it across to Brink in the corner to Loose. 5:30 to play, 47-25 Indians. Schwartz, long pass across the defense to Hildebrand, who dribbles, now hands it off to Kennedy. Kennedy going to try the drive in. Little step back shot from 8 is good.
He's got 18.
Kennedy is smooth. He's up and lead his squad to their 18th victory of the season here tonight.
Should be 51-25, by the way.
It is 49-25 on my scoreboard as well. Into the front court, Kennedy off of the steal. Another Saki turnover. He'll work it right side over to Schwartz. Between the circles to Kennedy. A little hesitation, drives in, shot block, gets his own board, trying to go back up with it, but he can't because he's hung on to by Jonathan Thomas, and they'll say that's a jump ball. And a loose ball rebound, so no turnover. Carter Klatt and Cade Tomave into the game. They sit down Guthrie and Priest. On the other side, we see Kerfman come back into the game, and Brink takes a chair.
A jump ball. Wow.
4:48 to play, 49-25 the advantage for Payson Seymour. Klatt with it left side in his first action of the night. Works it out front to Tomave. Finds Shaw. Shaw going to fire at 3. It's no good. And the rebound pulled in by Loose. Works it out to Kennedy. Kennedy will take it across with 4:29 to play. Hildebrand gets it to Kennedy. Right side now Schwartz. Bounce pass at the free throw line to Kerfman. Over on the wing, it goes to Hildebrand. Swing it around left side, Kennedy. Down low to Luce. Luce will take it back out now in the corner to Kennedy. Dishes it off on the wing to Luce. Between the circles, Kerfman finds Hildebrand. 4:04 to play. Hayden Hildebrand in the corner to Schwartz. Off to Kerfman to Kennedy. Fakes, drives, shot no good, but he's fouled and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Shaw will pick up the foul. That will be his 4th. 8th team foul. Kennedy goes to the free throw line. Tanner Kennedy with 18 points. Cole Schwartz with 19. Kennedy 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Payson is 7 of 8. Make him 8 of 9. And he'll get another and ties his teammate with 19 points apiece. Makes it 50-25.
Kennedy was a kid that as a sophomore had come in and he'd have a game kind of like Schwartz did as a sophomore where he'd score. He misses this one, gets an offensive rebound. Where he'd scored like 25 points, and now he misses this shot, and the rebound down to Klatt for Pittsfield.
Sockies had 4 guys in the ball fighting over it, and Kennedy came away with it.
Palmer to Klatt, right wing. Works it out to Palmer. 3:40 to play. 50-25. Payson Seymour's doubled up the Sockies. Thomas, right side, Tom Have. Kind of dare him to shoot it. Instead, throws it out front to Palmer. Wants Shaw to come out and set a screen. Now dribbles toward the left side, shovels it off to Klatt. Klatt with a single bounce out to Tom Have. Right side over to Thomas. To Tom Have, top of the key 3 is too hard. And the rebound down to Luce. Luce will turn and take it into the front court off of his 6th board. Right side Schwartz out to Luce. 3:11 to play, 50-25 Indians. Now Thomas and Kennedy get tied up for a moment. Kennedy comes away with the ball there. To Hildebrand, now Kennedy. Between the circles to Luce. Looks down low, ball is not tipped this same. A turnover on the Indians. Gay, Apps, and Petty in for the Sockies. On the other side, Kennedy takes a chair as Gilmore's in.
8 turnovers on Payson. Sockies with 13. Pittsfield's turned it over 5 times in the second half. Payson 4. But
Sparks also in. What are the Indians shooting from 3 for the game, did you say?
They are 8 for 16 from there.
Yeah, 50% from 3, and a lot of that is when they can get set and an open look, man, they're pretty deadly out there. They have had some really open looks on the perimeter here tonight. Here's Tom Abe, spins away from his man, bounce pass down to Petty. Got to go up with this shot, no good, but he's fouled. And he'll shoot 2.
Fouled by Luce, who will pick up his 4th. And even though he's got played with foul trouble, he's got 7 points and 6 boards on the night, does Lucas Luce. Noah Petty will go to the free throw line for the 3rd and 4th times. He's 0 for 2 tonight and makes his first. Makes it a 50-26 ball game. It was 10-7 after 1 quarter and a 6-point game at halftime. Right now, 24 points is the lead. Second one up by Petty is short, and the ball comes off the other way to Sparks.
Sparks will play the point. 2:39 to play, 50-26 the lead for Payson Seymour on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Triplet in the corner to Sparks. Works it out front to Kerfman, left side Loose. Top of the key, Gilmore. To get it to Triplet, who will pass it back out to Sparks. Thought about the 3. Instead, near the half-court line to Gilmore. 2:20 to play. The Indians gonna, well, they're kind of open right now. The bus driver's out warming up that bus, you think? Triplet with the basketball. Gay comes out to guard him. Now they'll throw a pass that is tipped, but not stolen away by Tom Abe. Now Petty knocks one away in the backcourt, but
go get it.
It's run down by Sparks. Under 2 minutes to play. Luce gets free. Works it off to Sparks. Top of the key Triplet. On the right side to Gilmore. The Indians just continue to burn some clock here. Up by 24 with 1:45 to play. Right side Kerfman. Dishes in the corner to Gilmore. Out top of the key to Luce. Triplet. Over to Sparks. Sparks will try the dribble drive in past Petty. Shot no good. It'll be ball out of bounds to Payson Seymour.
Petty might have fouled him there.
Well, actually, Carter Klatt may have got him too. But there's a minute 33 left in a 24-point game, and they're letting them play right now. Wrong team's got the ball. I know that.
Gay stepped out of bounds, and the referee handed it to him.
He said, thank you.
Oh, college try anyway. Inbounds, they get it down to Luce. Luce going to try to go up with a little fadeaway, and he gets it to go.
Good elevation that time. He's got 9.
52-26 with 1:20 to play. Klatt to Tom Have. Tom Have will bounce. Now spins inside, gets to the rim and scores.
He's got 11.
52-28. With 1:07 to play. Triplett with the basketball out front to Gilmore. On the right side of things to Kerfman. In the corner it goes to Triplett. Throws it out top to Luce. Luce to Gilmore. Is fouled by Gay as the Sockies will get some subs in here.
Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his first. 9th team foul. Ammon into the game. Also McKinnon into the game. Tom Hayes sits down, as does Petty. And who do we have at the free throw line?
Gilmore.
Okay. He'll shoot the one in bonus, 52-28 on the Trice Queen scoreboard. 54 seconds left in the ball game, and Gilmore makes the first. Coach has got to like it when you come in off the bench and you make your free throws. 53-28. He gets another, and it's also good.
Lane's a 5'9" senior. Didn't see a ton of playing time, but making the most of the minutes he does get here. Gay gets it to Klatt. Klatt going to fire a three from the wing. It's off the iron, no good. Gay runs down the offensive board for the Sockies into Apps, who puts up a little runner. It's good. Apps with his first two makes it 54-30 with 33 seconds remaining. Gilmore with the ball to Miller. Miller will get it to Triplett out front. Puts it on the floor one time, down into Miller, who lost it out of bounds. A turnover on the Indians here.
They're ninth.
Bryson Tomets will check in and replace Carter Klatt. 25.4 seconds remaining, 54-30, the lead for the Indians. McKinnon with the basketball on the dribble right side, out to Apps. Works it left side to Tomets. Tomets throws it across to McKinnon. McKinnon drives the lane. Little runner up with the right hand is good by Cade McKinnon. 54-32. 5 seconds left, and the Indians' Gilmore can just dribble this one out. I'll give it to Miller and says, you dribble out the clock. And the Indians of Payson Seymour improved to 18-5. The Sockies dropped to 6-14 on the season. We take you to the post-game show where we'll have a look at final stats and analysis. We'll also talk with Socky head coach Brad Tombe. That comes your way after this.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233, 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Bob Ray, Jesse Shootman, and new to their staff, Triope and Kansas State grad Emily Carls. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Press Yours On You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours On You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
Well, final in the contest, the Payson Seymour Indians pick up their 18th victory of the season by beating the Sockies of Pittsfield 54-32 on our final Trash Queen scoreboard of the night. Jack, a game that was a 6-point game at the half, but my oh my, Payson Seymour dominated the second half of play.
Yep, Payson took the game over. They really made the Sockies work on defense, and then they found the openings, along with the fact that Swartz, who had 19 on the night, had 17 of them in the second half, and 15 of those came in the third quarter. He was the difference maker in this one. 18 of 37 for Payson, 47%. 8 of 16 from the arc, 50%. 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Just solid, up and down, all the way around. Kennedy and Swartz with 19 apiece. Luce was in foul trouble, but still had 9 points and 6 boards before the night ended. Gilmore off the bench with 2 free throws, 2 points on the night. Hayden Hildebrand made that 3 early. That's the only points of the night for him. And Garrett Brink found an opening, made a layup in the third quarter, and scored 2 points. Will Guthrie had 7 of his 8 points in the first half, and also 8 of his 9 rebounds in the first half. Isaac Shaw did not score on the night, or did he make a free throw? I think he made 1 free throw on the night. Nope, that was Noah Gay, excuse me. Noah had a single point. Palmer had 4 on the night. 2 points from Cade McKinnon, 2 from Griffin Van Winkle, 2 from Jonathan Thomas. And Cade Tomhave led the way with 11 points on the evening. So Cade offensively had a pretty good night, but the Sockies on the defensive side really just ran out of gas trying to keep up with Payson, and I think that kind of sizes up a lot of what happened in the third quarter. Payson just kept running that offense, and they wore the Sockies down.
Final timeout of the game. We'll speak with Brad Tomhave after this.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate.
It's the new year and time for a new you. You deserve better. How about treating yourself to a better way of life? Something more reliable, something faster, like the high-speed internet service from Cascom. Call and ask about our specials today at 1-800-252-1799. Another great way to save is to bundle your services. Add a home phone for the family or a local TV with our Broad Vision cable services. Call and bundle all 3 today at 800-252-1799.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
We welcome you back on Central Illinois Sports. Final score in this contest, a 54-32 win for the Payson Seymour Indians as they beat the Pittsfield Sockies as Payson Seymour improves to 18-5 on the season. We're joined now by Socky head coach Brad Tomhave. And Coach, a contest that started out, and at halftime you're kind of right in the thick of things. In that second half, man, Payson Seymour came out. They hit some shots in that third quarter. Schwartz, I think, put up 15 in that third quarter of play, and it was kind of a runaway at that point in time. And you knew They put three scorers on the floor. Who could score just like that?
Oh, yeah, not a secret. They're very good basketball players. We've watched them play here for a few years now, and we knew their personnel. And I thought first half we did a pretty good job of matching and contesting. The key was, we always talk about the first 3 minutes coming out of halftime. We let them go on a 7-0 run. And next thing you know, we're down 13, and we're not the type of team that can come back from 13 down, especially against a team that can shoot the ball and score the ball like they can. So disappointed that we didn't come out and match their intensity for sure. Defensively, thought we got out a little bit what we wanted to do offensively. But, again, I'm not displeased with the shots that we got when we got shots. We just got to make them. We got to have better reads. And I don't know how many post opportunities we had when we get the ball to the middle for a high-low, or even your own shot, then somebody else's shot opportunity where we just throw it into the arms of somebody because we're just trying to go too fast. And we did that a little bit in the second half. We had some opportunities, I thought, where we could get some easy buckets, and we didn't recognize them. So, but our defensive intensity, we've got to find somebody to come up and get a defensive stop. We've got to find guys that can play when the ball gets reversed 2 to 3 times in the opponent's offense. We got to find 5 guys that can stay locked in for 3+ reversals in a defensive possession. And we're getting better. We're getting at least 2.5 reversals, and then we have one guy break down, which causes help, which causes a rotation that doesn't need to happen, which gives up an open look. So we're getting better at it, but still definitely not to the level, obviously, that an outstanding team and coach program that Payson is. We're just not there yet.
Honestly, Payson gave you a look that maybe your defense needed to improve, and that is continuing to work the ball. And like you said, 2.5 of the 3 rotations, you're right in it. On the other side, on the offensive side, still seeing that couple of passes that cause your shooter to have to reach back and get the ball, which doesn't let him square himself up. And a lot of that comes from a single dribble instead of just that continual pass. And then having some confidence. We saw one of your young men really thread the needle one time, and we saw Kay Tomhave take the ball hard to the hole a couple of times, which we need to do. On the other side, Isaac Shaw had the ball on the left-hand side where he usually goes up, but too much unselfishness and trying to throw the ball back the corner. Sometimes you just got to take the shot.
Yeah, just some uncertainty in some areas. I think a lot of that is strength. We're not understanding the aggressiveness off a dribble or a drive. We're still dribbling the ball. So we're not opening up the proper passing angles when we need to hit a guy off a flare or off a drift screen. When the ball's coming to them, we've got actions that are going on, and the kids are realizing them and reading them. It's just they're not putting themselves into position. As we've been talking the last 2 weeks, really focusing more than 2 weeks, do your work early so that somebody else can either get a shot or you get a shot in the proper position. And we're getting 3/4 of the work done early, and then that quarter is just still lacking. And once they find that, Big Will, he's out on the perimeter, and I love him out there. I think he brings a lot to the table. He's just got to get rid of some of that uncertainty. He had a couple turnovers where he just played a little bit weak because he didn't attack into the next spot to read the next rotation. So they'll come. It'll come. I've got all the confidence in the world. We're a much better team now than what we were 3 weeks ago, I'd argue, and definitely 2 months ago. So that's the point of the process, is to continue to get better, whether you're putting wins or losses on the board right now. And we've seen it, and we saw it at Jerseyville. And I know those guys were kind of firing, and they felt comfortable, and they made baskets when we were in that game till right at the end. I know it's a 16, 18-point loss, but it was a 5-point game with 3 minutes left, and we had 2 shots to tie the game. Or 2 possessions where we could have got it tied up. So they're getting there. They're working hard, and they want to get there, but it starts defensively. We've got to come out and find 5 guys that can bring it to the table defensively and not get lost and not put people in position where they have to help too long. That's just too tough to do when you get against a team like this.
With all the days off because of the weather, though, all of a sudden we're getting late in the season, and you don't have a ton of games left. And so as you talked about, have to make those improvements and have to do it a little bit of in an accelerated fashion because there's not a lot of basketball left.
No, there's not. And it looks like we'll obviously out of school tomorrow and probably out of a practice tomorrow, it's fine. We don't want to put kids out in this weather. But you're right. I mean, right now, I look back the other day of my old practice schedules from the past 2-3, even how long you been doing this, 14? And look where we're at and what we are working on at this time in those years to what we're having to put on a practice schedule this year. Night and day. But that's okay. That's okay. We got the concrete stuff, things that we preach every day. It's okay to have to be stuck in that concrete for a little bit so the kids get a good base and a foundation of what we're building from, because maybe they're lacking at that a little bit, and we just need to continue to work on those things, and that's all right. The rest will come, but if you don't get that foundation built, everything you try to put on top just crumbles.
And I hope that people realize the things they saw Payson doing on offense tonight, quite honestly, are the things that you've been teaching people for a long, long time, those back doors. And the kids need to realize that's the offense they're running. So it's a little, you're in practice sometimes when you know what the other team's going to run. You look pretty good on defense. Well, you know what they're going to run, and it continues to work. I watch a JV team when they do the things they're supposed to do, have success. And I saw in the Porta game your kids come out with some fire I hadn't seen all season, and I think they brought that here tonight. But Payson, after a loss to Camp Point Central, was kind of fired up too, and I don't think that helps you any. But improvements, and now a Brown County team on Friday night that I think you match up with really well.
Yeah. Payson got the game where they needed it to run that control offense, and then when we had to get up to pressure, then that opens up some backdoor cuts, and they did it to a T. They're comfortable doing it, and that's hopefully something we can get to, in the near future. Get back to doing some of those things. Game management. No matter what offense you run, you get some game management, and you're good. You force a team out of their comfort zone defensively, and then you can do a lot of things as long as you got kids that stay within themselves and stay within the moment mentally as much as physically. But hopefully we can come out and play well again and have a chance at the end of the game Friday night. Brown County's they've got some nice wins on their schedule. They got some nice players on that team that we're going to have to be ready to play for sure. And then we've done some scouting on this La Salette team out of Champaign. I need to talk to Mr. Dewar over there. Maybe watch a little bit more Channel 7 or like more of his tweets, but we're going to be up for the challenge. Go over there at 2:00 and play that team, but they're dynamic. They put lots of athletes on the floor, so that'll be a quick turnaround. We'll see how our kids respond, and we treat that as a post-game atmosphere where can we get ready to play back-to-back nights.
And it's going to be a balmy 38 degrees on Friday, so you want the fans to come out and really support the squad. Coach Tom.
Yeah, hopefully they're not opening their pools up. With the heat wave, they can come over and watch.
No swimming before the game, guys.
That's right, no swimming. All right, Coach, as always, thanks for the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Saukee head coach Brad Tomei. Final in this contest, a 54-32 win for Payson Seymour. The Indians improved to 18-5. The Saukees dropping this contest to 6-14 on the season, and we bid you farewell from Boschel Gymnasium. Thanks for joining us this evening on Central Illinois Sports.